G'day headbangers and welcome to Dozer's Metalworks. Welcome back, my fellow metalheads, to another edition of Dozer's Metalworks. This week I'm doing my top 20, in case you haven't picked already, 25 Megadeth songs. Yes, I love Megadeth. All these people who say you're either Megadeth or Metallica, bugger off. You know, me and a couple of mates love both bands equally. You know, like most bands that I'm into, yeah, they have some albums better than others. But what can you do? You know, I love both bands equally. I've seen them both live. I've actually seen Megadeth twice. So, yeah, I love them. So, yeah, anyway. We'll start with Peace Sells, But Who's Buying? Favourite tracks from that one are Wake Up Dead and the title track. Then we have So Far So Good So What. The only real standout track for me on that one is In My Darkest Hour. Now we go on to Rust in Peace, which is my favourite Megadeth album. Holy Wars, The Punishment Due. Hangar 18, because I love that topic. And Lucretia, gotta love the horror aspect there. Then we go on to my third favourite Megadeth album, Countdown to Extinction, which I actually looked up the other day. This is actually their most highest selling album, which I thought was interesting. It's a great album. Would have thought Rust in Peace was number one, but there you go. Countdown to Extinction is number one. Favourite songs on that are Skin of My Teeth, Symphony of Destruction, Foreclosure of a Dream, and Sweating Bullets. Now you've got my second favourite Megadeth album, Rust in Peace, and this album always used to change back and forth, but Euthanasia. The whole album is fantastic, but to narrow down some tracks, I would have had to go on with Reckoning Day and Addicted to Chaos. So yeah, then moving along, we have Cryptic Writing. The only standout track for me on that was Trust. Then the following album after that was Risk. The only song that stood out for me on that was Crush 'Em. That became very popular because the WCW wrestler at the time, Goldberg, used that as his entrance music. And if you've seen the video clip, it was also used for the Universal Soldier The Return soundtrack. And the video clip's got Van Damme and Goldberg with Megadeth in the video clip, so it's pretty cool. Then you move on to The World Needs a Hero. This is when I first saw Megadeth live in concert here in Australia. Love the track Return to Hangar, you know, which is pretty good. You know, you think you'd have a love when bands do sequels to songs. You know, pretty sweet there. Then we're moving on to, which is probably my fourth favourite Megadeth album, which is actually quite amazing for one of their later ones, United Abominations. Now I love the tracks Sleepwalker, Gears of War is probably my favourite one on the album, United Abominations, and A Tout Le Monde, Set Me Free, featuring Christina Scabia of Lacuna Coil. Now some people might prefer the original A Tout Le Monde from Euthanasia, which I do like the song, but I prefer this version better because Christina is an amazing vocalist. Now moving along, we have Endgame. Love the song Head Crusher from that. Going on to Super Collider. Love the title track from that. Now the next few are from the actual EP, Hidden Treasures. Gee, that is quite a proper name for that album, because it is Hidden Treasures, that album. Or EP, to be technical with it, but you know. Paranoid, which is a Black Sabbath cover. Angry Again, which was actually used in the Last Action Hero soundtrack. Breakpoint, which was used in the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey soundtrack. And Go to Hell, which was used in... Actually, which one? I think Go to Hell would have been the Bill and Ted's, but Breakpoint was in another movie. Beavis and Butthead to America, possibly. I'd have to double check with that. What you going to do? But yeah, that's Now, as you may have noticed, I haven't got every single album in there, especially the latest ones, The Sick, The Dying and The Dead. You know, just a lot of albums haven't been able to listen to properly, or the songs just haven't stuck out. But a lot of these albums are the ones I've been listening to over the years, so that's why they're there. So that's my top 25 Megadeth songs. Now, on the subject of Megadeth, we're going to keep going with the old Megadeth theme today, boys and girls. I did actually look at something the other day to find out which is the fastest Megadeth song that they played. I thought it might have been The Mechanics from the first album, but no. I think it's Night Stalkers from the latest album, which actually features Ice-T doing some special vocals appearance of that. So I've just gone, really, that's their quickest? I'll have to re-listen to that song. But anyway, I thought I'd do another edition of Dozer's Vault. Cha-ching! Where we're talking about Megadeth. So I've obviously decided to put in Rust in Peace. Now, like I said before, Rust in Peace and Euthanasia are always back and forth for me. But at the moment, it probably has to be Rust in Peace. They did do a 2004 reissue, remaster and stuff, which wasn't as good as the original, because it sounds like they have changed some of the tracks a bit. But as you see, I've got the vinyl, the CD, and the Funko Pop here in front of me. So, Rust in Peace was released by the boys in September 1990. It was their fourth album, but their first album with Marty Friedman on guitars. And there was a classic lineup for quite a few albums after that. So anyway, the track listing, like for the normal edition, I'm not going to go into any of the special editions and stuff, was Holy Wars, The Punishment Due, Hangar 18, Take No Prisoners, Five Magics, Poison Was the Cure, Lucretia, Tornado of Souls, The Epic, not, Dawn Patrol, and Rust in Peace Polaris. So yeah, definitely one of their better albums. You know, probably one of the best albums that released in the 90s, to be honest. Definitely one of my favourite Megadeth album. The cover's fantastic. Bit political to a degree in certain forms, and very war orientated, political wars, whatever. But yeah, definitely a lock in there for Dozer's Vault. So anyway, boys and girls, that is this week Megadeth edition, if anything, of Dozer Metalworks. And until next week, mosh on.